Hello everyone, you are most welcome to the online class. Hope you all are fine. Today we will start next paragraphs of Silk Road where we left yesterday. Page number 76. Page number 76. This chapter has been directed by Nick Middleton, and we are talking the moment when Nick Middleton describes the condition of tracks. It was bumpier and sharper. Somewhere the track was covered with snow and it caused a great difficulty in driving. But as per the experience of Chetan, the driver, he was well experienced to drive in high altitude, so he had no problem. Next, page number 76, para number 3. Okay, page number 76, para number 3. Okay, let's begin. The turns became sharper and the ride bumpier. Chetan now in third gear. As they were riding higher and higher, the turn was being sharper and the track was being bumpier. Means sometimes it was high, sometimes low. So there was a great difficulty while driving the car. Chetan was in third gear, so that Chetan was driving in third gear, not in fourth. As we continued to climb, the track moved away from the icy river, laboring through steeper slopes that sported big rocks daubed with patches of bright orange lichen beneath the rocks. As the track moved away from the icy river, as we left the site of river, the track was being more stony and patches was orange lichen. Okay, I mean patches of orange lichen were shining. You can say the color of patches were shining in orange color, and we could see lichen, algae, you can say algae. Okay, शैवाल, पत्थरों पे जब भूरे कलर की शैवाल जम जाती है, उग जाती है, तो वो जब सूर्य की किरणें पड़ती हैं तो वो चमकती हैं. And we were in third gear. Now, the icy river labyrinth through steeper slopes, spotted big rocks, daubed with patches of bright orange lichen. And there were so many stones and rocks in the way, and we could see orange lichen that was shining due to sunshine and held my nose. I felt pressure, and beneath the rocks, rocks के नीचे क्या था? Hunks of snow clung on the near permanent shade, and beneath the rocks there was permanent shade of snow that has taken place. I mean, snow has taken place beneath the rocks, and it was a permanent shade of snow. Now the sunshine was not approaching there. That is why there was no chains in, no chains in the shape of snow. रॉक्स के नीचे जो स्नो इकट्ठा हुई थी वहां पे सनशाइन न पहुंचने के कारण उसमें कोई बदलाव नहीं था. इट वॉज एट इट इज, वो बिल्कुल वैसे ही था जैसे जो शेप उसका पहले था वैसे ही अभी है. Now I felt the pressure building up in my ears. Now the narrator's condition has been described in these a few lines. Now he feels pressure. वो अपने कानों में प्रेशर फील करता है. And held my nose, he held his nose, snorted and cleared them. You can say he removes by snorting the cuff from his nostrils, अपनी नाक को वो साफ करता है, and we struggled around. Another tight bait and Chetan stopped. Now there was another round, another turn. एक और टर्न आ गया, एक अगला राउंड आ गया, in which Chetan stopped the car. Chetan ने कार को रोक दिया. Now he had opened his door and jumped. उसने कार के दरवाजे को खोला and came out, बाहर आ गया. Before I realized what is going on, I could not realize snow, said Daniel as he too exited the vehicle. And my companion, Daniel, he too came out, exited from the vehicle, letting in a breath of cold air as he did so. And as he opened the gate of car, cold air came into the car, and that was causing a great cold to me. और इस कारण नरेटर को और ठंडक लग रही थी. Somewhere narrator was not addicted and familiar to the high altitude, and that is why he was feeling pressure in his ear and he was snorting his nose. He was not feeling comfortable in high altitude. Now what happened? A swath of the white stuff lay across the track in front of us. A swath, you can say a layer, okay, a cover was there. White stuff lay across. I mean एक सफेद कलर का, सफेद रंग का एक कवर चढ़ा हुआ था रोड पर. ट्रैक इन फ्रंट ऑफ अस, हम लोगों के सामने. I mean the track was completely occupied or covered by a white layer that was snow, जो कि snow था. Stretching for maybe 15 meters before it petered out, the dirt traveling appeared, and it was covering at least 15 meters of the path of the track, and thereafter it was, dirt appeared again. लगभग 15 मीटर की डिस्टेंस तक स्नो का कवर लगा हुआ था, I mean फैला हुआ था. उसके बाद फिर डर्ट की जो है जो ट्रैक होती है वो दिखाई पड़ती है. The snow continued on other side of us. The snow, it was continued everywhere. Snow was everywhere on the track. ट्रैक पर हर तरफ स्नो ही था. And something, the abrupt bank on the upslope side, the bank was too steep for our vehicle to scale. And on the bank upslope of the track was also covered by snow. और जो ट्रैक का किनारा था वो किनारा भी बिल्कुल बर्फ से ढका हुआ था. Okay, so it was a great difficulty, a challenge to narrator as well as the driver of car to drive in such condition. And I joined Daniel. Okay, मैंने Daniel को join किया as Chetan stepped on the encrusted snow and began to slither and slide forward, stamping his foot from time to time to ascertain how steady it was. Now Chetan, the driver of car, came outside and he began to check out the way, the track, that how strong and deep it was. ये कितना मजबूत है. He was stamping the feet on the track sometimes to check it out whether how strong it is. वो कितना मजबूत है वो पैरों से थपथपा करके उसको चेक कर रहा था, है ना, ताकि ये पता चले कि बर्फ की मोटाई कितनी है, ठीक है, और मजबूती कितनी है. Now what happened next? I looked at my wristwatch. We were at 5,210 meters above sea level. When the narrator watched his watch, जब उसने अपनी वॉच को देखा, they were 5,210 kilometers of height. वो लगभग 5,210 मीटर की ऊंचाई पर थे, जैसा कि उनकी वॉच बता रही है. एंड above the sea level, सी के लेवल से 5,210 किलोमीटर, है ना, किलोमीटर नहीं है, मीटर है, मीटर्स की ऊंचाई पर नरेटर और चेतन रहते हैं. Now what happens next? Let you know the next paragraph. The snow did not too deep to me. The snow did not, the snow did not look too deep to me. Mere according, as far as I concern, my experience, it seems not so deep, but the danger wasn't its depth, Daniel said. Daniel tells me that the depth of snow is not dangerous. Okay, what is dangerous? It's icy top layer. If we slip off, the car will turn over. The danger moment, the danger thing is the slippery way, the slippery track of snow. If the car, if we slip off from here, the car would definitely turn over. अगर हम यहाँ से फिसले तो कार पूरी तरह से क्या हो जाएगी, पलटी मार जाएगी. So this is the danger. The depth of snow is not dangerous. The slippery track of snow is dangerous. Next, he suggested, as we saw Chetan grab handfuls of dirt and flung them across the frozen surface. Meanwhile, the driver, Chetan, took full hands of dirt. He was collecting, dirt from somewhere, and he was, spreading, flinging it on the snowy path. और वो dirt इकट्ठा कर करके बर्फ के ऊपर फेंकता है, so that friction would be there. थोड़ा सा घर्षण होगा, and they would easily pass the track. और वो वहां से आसानी से निकल सकते हैं. Now we both pitched in, and when the snow was sprayed with soil, Daniel and I stayed out of the vehicle to lighten Chetan's load. And we began to do so. As Chetan was doing, we added ourselves in the same work. हम लोग भी वही करने लगे जो चेतन कर रहा था. Means we were also collecting dirt from somewhere and spreading on the snowy path. Finally, as the track was completely occupied and covered with soil, we got up from the car to lighten the Chetan's load. If both could be there in the car, the load of car will be, maximum. Okay, so we get off from the car, we take off from the car, and came out to lighten the Chetan's weight. Now he backed up and drove towards the dirty snow, eased the car on its way, icy surface, and slowly drove its length without apparent difficulty. Now, as we took off, as we came out, Chetan, the driver, began to move backward the car, and gradually he passed the track which was already covered with snow without apparent difficulty. Means anyhow we passed from there. Now 10 minutes later we stopped at another blockage. Now after 10 minutes of driving we had another blockage in the way. रास्ते में दूसरा blockage भी मिला. What is that? Not good, sir, Chetan announced as he jumped out again to survey the scene. Now this time Chetan again came out, jumped out from the car. He exited the vehicle saying, not good, not bad, sir, not good, sir. It's too bad. Means our fortune is too bad that we are having lots of blockages and sharper turns, bumpier tracks, slippery tracks, while we are going to make Kora around Mount Kailash. Now, survey the scene. As Chetan, the driver of car, came out to survey the scene, how to pass from here. This time, he decided to try and drive around the snow. Okay, this time he did not think to do what they did on last turn, last round, whatever it was, means snowy track. वो पिछली बार जैसे स्नोवी ट्रैक पे डर्ट को फैलाते हैं, उसके बाद वहां से कार को आसानी से लेके जाते हैं. दिस टाइम चेतन doesn't think to do so. ऐसा करने की नहीं सोचता है. Now he is ready to drive the car on the same snowy path. The slope was steep and studded with major rocks, but somehow Chetan negotiated them. His four-wheel drive vehicle lurching from one side to the next. In so doing, he cut off one of the hairpin bends, regaining the trail further up where the snow had not drifted. Now, this time what happened? This time, the slope was steep and studded with major rocks. अब जो slope है वो rocks से भरा हुआ है, ठीक है? Snow है, rocks है, and it was not well, elevated. But somehow Shaitan negotiated them. Somehow Shaitan could drive on the way, and his four-wheel drive vehicle lurching, passed from one obstacle to the next. Okay, means one by one, Shaitan could easily drive and escape from all the obstacles, and in doing so, he cut off one of the hairpin bends. Okay, means he passed and he could move by passing a hair beat track. You can say as thin as hair band. Hair band आपने देखा होगा जो बाल में लगाया जाता है. It's thin, जो कि बहुत पतला होता है. It seems that metaphorically the track was hair band. ठीक है? वो जो ट्रैक था वो बिल्कुल पतला था और उसको भी शैतान ने ड्राइव कर लिया. Now, regaining the trail further up where the snow had not drifted, and we regained finally the track where snow was not drifted. Finally, हम लोग उस रास्ते पर आ गए जहाँ पे स्नो अब नहीं था. ठीक है? अब आगे क्या होता है? I checked my watch. मैंने अपनी वॉच को चेक किया. The narrator, Nick Manilton, checked his watch. अपनी घड़ी को देखा उन्होंने. Again, as we continued to climb in the bright sunshine, we crept past 5,400 meters and my head began to throw horribly. The height was increasing. जो height थी वो बढ़ रही थी. And the narrator, Nick Middleton, was not addicted to exist in high altitude. He doesn't feel better. Now his head was throbbing. He was having headache. उसका जो सिर था वो दर्द कर रहा था. And when he checked his watch, they were at the height of 5,400 meters from the sea level. और इस बार जब वो अपनी वॉच को देखते हैं तो वो लगभग 5,400 मीटर की डिस्टेंस ऊंचाई पे रहते हैं सी लेवल से. And I took gulps from my water bottle, which is supposed to help a rapid ascent. And I took water and took some water, salons and water, in order to get, rest and relief. But I couldn't. It did not give me relief what I did. And finally, I was feeling so uncomfortable at high altitude. और नरेटर को बहुत ही अजीब और प्रॉब्लम होती है, बहुत ही समस्या होती है हाई एल्टीट्यूड पे. बट डैनियल एंड शेतन was already addicted. He was familiar with the high altitude and tracks because he was a car driver. It was his job and profession to carry the people who went for completing Kora around Mount Kailash. So that's it. Now we'll start next paragraph in next lecture. Till then, stay home and stay safe. Goodbye. Best